Good day. Well, it is about 10 degrees and windy today. So remember to bring my hat. I hope it doesn't blow off today. And I didn't really bring a jacket, but I had my windbreaker or raincoat in the truck, so that's helping. We'll see how long I need to wear it for, because that sun's beating down nicely. Back out in the country here, doing my country walk. Took the day off from work today. Just didn't have the feels for going into work. Luckily I had a couple extra vacation days from last year that I'm taking today. One of them anyways. There was one car parked back at the end of the trail, so might come across somebody, but overall I expect it to be pretty quiet out here today. Except for the wind and my rustling jacket. That is quite the breeze. Devon Golf Course there. I think there's actually a couple people playing out there. That's the Devon Water and Sewage Treatment Plant. Hope they don't get those two tanks mixed up. Somebody had a little fire here. I always worry about people doing stupid things like that. My jacket's doing so much rustling, I keep thinking somebody's coming up behind me, or that there's animals in the bush. It's only me. Let's check on somebody's beehives. A lot of raven activity today. Well, they're unblanketed. Pretty quiet right now. Not a lot of bees buzzing around. But they're open for the season. Lots of jet streams today. Planes going overhead. It was one that way, it's gone now. Can't hear the planes taking off from the airport right now because the direction of the wind seems to be from the southeast, so they're probably taking off into the north. Let the wind give them that extra lift or whatever. I have no idea. I'm gonna head down there to the picnic area. If I have the gumption, I might take that trail coming back, because it will link up with one that takes you up the hill at the old golf course. We'll see. Another big hunk of deadfall here. Interesting to watch one fall over like that from a distance. But generally nobody's around when it happens. So did it make a noise? Philosophy. Another one fell over here too. I don't think this one was here the last time I was out here. Might have been. I don't think I came directly down that path. Well, let's just see how the creek is doing over here. Okay, so this is receded completely. So you can see how I was saying you could get across over there when the water's down. I could cross over there, but I don't feel like scaling that sandy hill there. I'll just check further down. It's pretty mucky out here still. Might be a place down there that I could cross, but I think I'll wait a bit. Maybe in a week or two there might be a better path across. That cabin that somebody was building is off in the trees over there. I just wanted to have a look at it out of curiosity, but maybe another day. Someone left a little Pokemon on the picnic table. Well, let's just sit here and meditate for a minute. While it's election day in Canada, the time of the year where you try and vote out a government that has been bankrupting this country and sending us into the toilet for 10 years? Or do you just vote for whoever's the most or the least offensive to you? That's what it seems to come down to. Canadians usually try and vote out a government, which I don't think will happen this time, but yeah, it's always, all these politicians are always in it for themselves. They're not really in it for Canada or the citizens of Canada, so you just try and vote for whoever is going to not pick your pocket the most, but also be the less offensive to deal with. Compared to the last leader we had, who was a narcissistic egomaniac that only had his own best interests at heart, it seemed, and giving money away to the rest of the world when we've got starving people here in Canada and a housing crisis. So who do you vote for, right? You just put your X on the ballot or check mark and hope for the best, because I don't know if it could get any worse. Here's hoping. Just thought I'd check over here to see if there's a crossing point. I actually thought it would be fuller, but well, we ain't crossing here, that's for sure. Oh, over there would probably work. Yeah, I thought this would be fuller, but maybe the river isn't high enough yet. Sometimes it's not till June that we really start getting the winter runoff through here. Quite a steep bank over here to get down to that gravelly area over there. Well, we'll come back another day and see if we can make our way over there. That's the way I usually go. But let's walk down here and see what we can find. Look at that tree just holding on for dear life in that clay or sand there. I guess this must have been the dump from when they had oil wells down here. Lots of steel here. Don't know if it's worth anything. All the times coming here, I don't think I've been down this far. Little pond down here. I hope that water's clean and not some kind of oil runoff pond. Ducks are living in it for now, so must not be killing them. Thought I'd get right down to the river, but there's a lot of brush to crash through to get there, so this trail is currently taking me away from it for now. Oh, I know I've been down here before. I remember this old pump jack sitting here. Heavy machinery. I don't know if the sinkhole is where the well would have been. I assume they capped it off. I know very little about the field side of the oil industry. Well, let's carry on. See if we can find that trail that leads us up to the old golf course. Ooh, that was a nice steady grade going up. That road takes me up to where I came down the hill. And I'm going to carry on through the trees here and try and find the trail that goes up into the golf course. Oh, it's probably been 10 years since I've come down this way. You forget about these different trails. Kind of always been making the same loop, but I knew the last time I was down here I wanted to try and check out these other trails that sometimes need a little bit more time to dry before you can walk on them. Ooh, this windbreaker rain jacket is great when the wind is howling, but when you get into the trees here, my arms were just dripping with sweat. It doesn't breathe very well. I guess it's how it's designed, right? You don't want air flowing through it. Yeah, this place is just full of deadfall. Probably a lot of potential widowmakers that are just hanging about. Well, I guess this gate had a purpose at one time until somebody ripped it open. I don't think I'm on private land. Pretty sure this is still part of the whole Melcor development site here. Interesting pile of metal here. I don't know, did somebody strip the copper out of it or something and just leave that there? Just scraps of stuff lying around. Random post, I assume, was for power at one point. Maybe it came down from up above. Maybe they needed a pump or something to pump water out of the river for the golf course. There's a pipeline here, and maybe that was for oil field services or the golf course too. Everybody wants water. I think this is a long haul up to the abandoned golf course. Still a little soft in places. Easy enough to walk on though. Somebody had their horse through here, I see. Oh my God, that was a steep hill. I didn't stop though. I wanted to. Oh, okay. Well, we're back at the top of the golf course. Oh, doggy. I'm just gonna walk slow till I catch my breath. Okay. I think I got most of my breath back. Now it's just a couple kilometers back to the truck, I think. Here's what's left of the old clubhouse. Might have been an outside barbecue or bricks that were part of the building, but it's all that remains. Bit of a retaining wall over there. There's a river down there. Yes, the North Saskatchewan. Kudos to whoever built this retaining wall for a gate or whatever. Still standing. Nothing else is, but that is. Some garbage down there. Overall, they've tried to keep the site clean anyways. There used to be problems with people at the start of the golf course just dumping their garbage in the ditch. Getting to the gate here seemed to take forever today. Must be a sign that I'm done. After climbing that hill, whew, that was tough. Well, let's have a look at these beehives. Couple active ones. Pretty busy there. The other one's got a few bees flying around. That's the busiest though. Just passed that one couple early on in my walk, and after that, nobody. Excellent solitude today. And peace and quiet, pretty good. Wind is whistling through all the trees. A few planes flying over, but not too bad. Oh, not too far from the truck now. I have to keep an appointment at 2 o'clock to get an alignment done on my Jeep. Hopefully they can straighten out what I couldn't. Everything I did, it appeared right, so I hope they can easily align it and I can get back to driving it again. My poor truck out in the weather. And now my anxiety of will my truck be there kicking in, along with all my other anxieties. Seems to be an epidemic these days. Had company and didn't even know it. The area is so big. Oh, there's my truck. That anxiety averted. Let's see how we did. Okay, that was 7.5 kilometers and 11,500 steps, so that's not too bad. My pace didn't rank very well, but part of it too was climbing that hill, and that was a tough one. Glad I did it though. Until the next time.